Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. And for the better part of a century, the Sooners and Longhorns have defined conferences, national titles, and how regions of the country are perceived based on the outcome of this game. When these two meet, everybody pays attention. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Oklahoma's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. Guys, this rivalry has been intense, and over the years, there's always a back and forth with these offenses.
And they live so close near each other in proximity, obviously. They go to the same high schools. They visit the same school, Jesse. This game always means a lot.
Yeah, look, it's Boomer, Sooner, and Hook'em, right? This is one of the best rivalry games.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
He's back to throw on 2nd down.
And you simply cannot start the game any better if you're on defense. The first 2 plays of the game, you get a sack. That's how you seize momentum.
Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. He's got it. So Texas's offense will have its first possession of the game. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. You guys know I love the history of this stuff. Texas is threatening to put together a run unlike any they've had since the 50s, David.
Texas has been dominating the series, and I can tell you this from college. We had some rivals that we played with that we lost to consistently. Coaches that week got so tight, so tense, it made a big difference, Paul.
Well, I'll tell you, this winning streak by Texas has had a major impact on the football program, too. Of course, the fans have been bragging, Bevo's strutting. These coaches' salaries, they've gone up because they've been able to win these games and dominate their rival Oklahoma time and time again.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Buying some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. You go back over the history of this rivalry, and there's certainly been close games, but there have also been a large number of blowouts, and we had one last year for the Horns, David.
And I think as a Texas fan, you better understand that, because when you win big the year before, OU is going to come out with their
sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He'll just keep slinging it. It's complete to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. He's off to the races. Past the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the 3 of us, because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL, and we know David's got a big dome, and that's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies back. I mean, this is something at the end of games. People run, you see, they go grab them, they put them on their heads. It means something to these kids.
He finds his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They'll leave it with him. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Angulo. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. The Longhorns get the first down.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Snagged in the middle. It's De La Rosa. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Try to get it on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Quarterback quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline and get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, Longhorns! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Roughing the defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They move the tight end all over. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
Snap from the gun on third down. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. The official says no good. Thought maybe that field goal could start some momentum. Instead, the deficit is still 16. here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Caught over the middle. It's McIntyre. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. offense returns to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down in the end zone.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking to go up top on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. On second down, wants to throw it. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
Got a man, it's Reinhardt. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown Sooner!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead. Going into the half, I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback will audible. He's looking to pass.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half.
And the Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The run to the left. Just ran him over. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. It's caught downfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Got it in the middle. It's McIntyre. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the pummeling has started. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's so hard because when they run jet sweeps, they don't always give them the football, and then you got to worry about other stuff. But great job focusing on your keys, seeing the jet sweep, pulling the trigger, going, and getting the speedster on the ground.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That's really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Back to the air one more time. Spits it out to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. They'll send out the kicker here. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the tailback. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know.
And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the ref.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Power football with the run. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Give to the running back. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been
going up top. Makes a catch at the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over South Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Wide open downfield. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game.